Conservative Media peeps, what's up? It's me, John D. Villarreal, the four-time national champion, and Paul F. Villarreal right over there, the NBA expert. And we saw this game between the Heat and the Celtics. I was at the gym checking it out on the treadmill and stuff like that, in between banging my weights. Paul was checking it out at home and seeing everything. And here's the thing, dude, that was a crazy episode. Now, we love the Heat and we love LeBron James and we love all that type of stuff, but the Celtics battled back. They took that first one in their home court and it looked like the starters beat the Heat starters, stuff like that. But man, what is going to happen in this game? I mean, one of the biggest stories of this game is that Rondo went there and he just like, oh, dude, I can't even do it, like with his arm there. And it like, because I don't want to do it because he dislocated. Dude, he dislocated his left arm there, dude. It looked like right at the elbow joint, and the thing was just, it looked, everyone, you could see it on the replay, it looked gruesome when you had people at the gym like, oh my goodness. But he came back, dude. He came back, and I don't even know if he should have came back. I mean, that looked so devastating. He came back, and he was doing his things, and like there was a couple breathless moments when he was like, you know, working on the court there, where it's like, oh, is he going to be okay? But a lot of things going on here before I turn over to Paul. Number one, where do you think this puts the Celtics? Are they ready to rally back? Is Rondo and the win at home the kind of catalyst to put them right back in this? Or is this just like, hey, you know what? You won your first at home, whatever like that. You know, and the Heat are still in this. You know, obviously the Heat are still in this. I think the Heat are still going to win this thing. No problem.
As you said, that was pretty nasty. Yeah, and so I don't know how much he's going to be able to go in this series or how much he's going to be able to do if he does play once the adrenaline wears off, etc. Just on the play itself, I've seen a couple replays. I could look at it more. I don't think it was a dirty play. I think that Wade and Rondo were getting a little chippy, but I certainly don't think Wade was trying to hurt him. I just think he landed poorly, and the truth is, in hard-fought games, that kind of thing can happen. I do not think at all it was a dirty play, just from what I could tell anyway. I also heard, apparently, that Chris Bosh, the power forward for the Heat, has a pinched nerve in his neck. I didn't know that. I don't know how bad it is. I don't know how much that's going to affect him. So, I mean, I'm not going to tell you that that injury would have as much of an effect as Rondo getting hurt, but it could definitely hurt the Heat. Now, overall here, I think Miami is fine. You certainly don't want to go out and lose like this, but they were in control of this game at the half. It looked like the Celtics were wearing down, et cetera, et cetera. They just kind of took their foot off the gas in the second half, just lost their focus, and Boston, being a championship team that they are, they got it done. But there's two things. One, Miami has home court. Two, Boston had 3 days of rest before this game. I don't think that's going to happen again in this series. That helps them. They're an older team. They needed that. But they're not going to get that again. And I don't think Miami's going to have that same type of slip-up that they had in the second half in this series. The one great thing from this game for Miami is that their bench played great. Joel Anthony and Mario Chalmers, back at point guard and center, played awesome. Basically, Miami's bench outplayed Boston's bench. If that happens in this series, definitely Miami wins. I mean, I'd be stunned if they didn't win. I do not think that Boston starters can consistently outscore and outplay Miami starters, particularly at the key positions. If they can, then Boston can still win this. But I think if you're a Heat fan, this is a bad loss. You don't like it, but you understand it. And there are certainly things that can be improved upon.
There's a lot of things going on here.
Credit to Boston, but I'm still favoring the Heat here.
I favor the Heat, credit to Boston, everything like that. A lot of things going on here that we want to talk about, and the factor in this, the experience of Boston, and the legacy with all those championships and all that type of stuff, and people on that team like Shaquille and others that have gotten those rings before, and all that type of situation. Okay, so we've got that going on there. The age of Boston, the youth plus and minus of the Heat. Although you've had people there with D Wade that's been there, in playoff situations before. Now. And you have the three kings. Injuries are factoring in this. Home court's factoring in this. A lot of things, the Lakers basically being out of this. There's so many things that are coming down to this, but I still favor the Heat. I like what's going on here, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Rondo and how the Celtics are going to, the health of both teams going forward. You tell us what you think. I want to hear it right now. Comments below, subscribe above. I'm John D. Villarreal. That is Paul. We are Conservative Media, and we will see you next time.